Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artiste, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am not me. I am art. And I am your host. Ooh, on the other side of the screen. I'm your host for I Am Smart, the quiz where people look to improve their art through learning and strive to earn the right to say, still working out my angles here, guys, I am smart. The format of the quiz is very simple, very straightforward. I'm going to give you 3 rounds of questions for your brain. I'm going to give you 3 musings for your imaginosphere. And I'm going to give you a 2-point bonus round at the end. 20 points overall, up for grabs. All you're going to need for this quiz is something to write with and something to write on. Optional is a beverage, because whilst it's got nothing to do with the actual quiz, we do like to kick things off with a toast. A communal action just brings us all together before the quiz begins proper. So I hope if you'll charge your glasses, we'll get going with this. To Elon Musk, who taught us this week that the fight for free speech is more important than the fight to end global poverty. Now, that might sound counterintuitive to some, but if you ask someone who hasn't eaten in a week what their number one problem is, they will tell you, it's unfair that people get kicked off of Twitter for expressing views that others find abhorrent. Trust Elon, guys, okay? He's rich, so he must be cleverer and have worked harder than the rest of us. I mean, if he hasn't, then the whole system would be messed up, and I think we can all agree that the system isn't messed up, and that isn't the case. To Elon. Got a double dip for that first one. Oh, the chat box is on the wrong side. I knew there was going to be something I had messed up. Oh, let's get you over to this side, little chat box. Let's get you over to this side. So, some new things. Sponsored by Amazon. Yes, this is an Amazon 4-star canister that I purchased from a 4-star after engaging with a rather persuasive shop assistant. And when I say persuasive, I mean delightfully attractive. She was a real lovely looking thing. But the Amazon 4 stars are all closed down now. They're not going to be a thing anymore, which means that this is actually quite kind of a historical artifact. Pleased to have that. I'm sure they'll be worth something in around 200 or 300 years. Another new thing that we have this week down here, I mean, you can't see it here, but you can see it here, is on my Instagram. You can go live with me to see a kind of a behind-the-scenes look at the quiz being done. Not entirely behind the scenes. You're not going to see everything, but just a little bit of something. And that might be interesting to you. I don't know. It might be hopefully allow us to coax a few more people in. So if you are watching on Instagram, which you're not, nobody's watching. That's fine. That's fine. And thank you very much, Nana Hobob. Wowzers. Kicking off with a bang, gifting a tier 1 sub to Definitely Not Do That. They've given 17 gift subs to the channel. Can we just have some kind of round of applause or some kind of positive? Let's get some nice emotes going, shall we? To just really cover this screen with thankfulness, because I'm very, very appreciative of that. Because I think that is art. Kapow. Thank you, Killer Kilch. That is art. There we go. What else have we got? Oh, here's the real treat for everybody. Here's the real treat. Splanow. Get some Jesuses going there. That's a rare emote, guys. That is a rare emote. Somebody's joined. I'll wave to them. Okay, let's try that. Thank you, Sosaflow. Lovely stuff. What is that? Somebody with a top hat on, wearing a mask, and taking a picture or a selfie. Lovely. Keep on battling. Let's just keep on battling, guys. Let's just keep on battling against the enemy of, not for. Thank you. Gosh, look at all of this. Look at all of this banana stuff going on. Let's check out the rounds for this week's quiz. Let's get rid of that chat box and let's check out the rounds. Let's check out the potential rounds. We've got Who Dat Artiste, Odd One Out, Anagram a Ding Dong, Red Herring, Movie Ladder, Song Lyrics, Yay or Nay, Look Close, Haikus Day, Gimme 5, Spotlight. We've got a brand new alphabet. An alphabet for you. The high point scorer is also Senor Generosité, which I think is how the Spanish would, Nana Hobbob, happy to support the cause. Also remove ads for Definitely Not Duda. Get rid of those ads. Get rid of them. We don't need them, guys. We don't need them. If we want to watch ads, we will consciously look them up on YouTube, as I often do. Because I like ads. I like ads. So Nana Hobbob, you get to choose whichever one of these rounds you wish to play this week, and then we'll pick 2 more. Whichever rounds you want to pick, Nana. It's your call, baby girl. Definitely Not Duda appreciates it. Absolutely. Get rid of those ads. I mean, if you want, you can. I believe you can still redeem some channel points to get some more adverts if you want to get them back in. Nana Hobbob says Spotlight straight away. Everybody loves a bit of Spotlight. Everybody loves a bit of Spotlight. So we'll be doing Spotlight. That's good. That's good. But we'll also be doing 2 more. What are they going to be? Let's find out. Got our 2. It's a lovely, oh, you can't really see it in that. That's a lovely kind of, what do they call it? Is it a sky blue or a duck egg blue? Beautiful. And a lovely red. Let's see what we're doing. We still haven't, to this point, of all of our weeks of doing the eggs in the round selector, still haven't, whatever one is selected by the high point scorer comes up in this. We haven't had that yet. We've got an alphabet. And we've got a... Oh, delightful. We've got a movie ladder. With me being on this side, you can read them again. You can read them. Here we go. So we've got Spotlight, we've got alphabet, we've got movie ladder. What a dynamite show. What a dynamite quiz we're setting ourselves up for. Let's have a look at the order. Let's have a look at these musings. That's pretty good. I quite like that. That's nice. What else was it? There's movie ladder and alphabet. Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, there's 3 winners here. Absolutely 3 winners. We're going to kick off with alpha. Oh, I didn't do an intro for it. Again. That's disappointing. And it's like when you need to buy a new pillow, right? When you've got a rubbish pillow and you need to buy a new pillow, and you think, oh, you're sleeping on, this is rubbish. This feels like it's filled with plastic wrap and kitchen roll. Rubbish. When's the next time you think of buying a new pillow? That night when you're sleeping on that pillow again, right? I only think about it when I do the thing, but that's fine. That's your intro. Thank you, Killer Kilch. Nana Hobbob, very average quiz coming up. Not sure I'm happy with that. And by that I mean every quiz is top notch, and this one looks to be continuing that trend. Nana, you reeled me in with that one. And then I thought you were going to slap me in the face, but you caressed it. You caressed my face with your kind words, Nana, and I appreciate that. Let's do some alphabet. Bagada-bam-bam-bam. Bagada-bam-bam. Bagada-bam-bam-bam-bam. Bagada-bam-bam. That'll do for now. That'll do for now. Of course it will. That will do for now. Guys, here's the thing. There is no such thing as bad art. I believe it, you believe it, if you've got a brain in your head. You might love oil paintings, okay? You might love them. But that doesn't give you an excuse to not appreciate finger paintings, okay? So at some point in this quiz, we just need to comprehensively go through all art, okay? All of the art. And what better way to do that than alphabetically? So we're going to... Hey, cameraman George, did the alphabet not work? Oh, excuse you spelled it wrong, cameraman George. You've really got to... That's fine. That's fine. Do you want another go, cameraman George? Do you want to have another go at that? A-L-P-H. A-L-P-H. There we go. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. And what letter are all of the answers going to be beginning with? It's a B. Last time was an A, and so this time, of course, it follows. It has to be a B. So all answers in this round will begin with B. I'm going to warn you guys. I'm going to warn you guys. Last week, both Nana Hobob and definitely not Duda got into a very exciting head-to-head where they had equal points, and so we had to do a tiebreaker. Thrilling. Absolutely thrilling. I couldn't sleep for hours after. I mean, I finished this in 1:30 in the afternoon. It would be weird for me to go to sleep, but I couldn't sleep for 12 hours afterwards. Okay, thrilling. However, they got to that tiebreaker by both getting 18 points. Now, neither of them got the minute to win it, which means that they both got, and I only realised this afterwards, full marks. They got full marks on the quiz. And do you know what that means? That means they've done very well, but it also means I've done poorly. I have made it too easy. End of the day. So I may have overcorrected on this round. This one's going to be trickier. I'll just give you that FYI ahead of time. But good luck to you. I wish nothing but the best for you both. Which style of classical music was popular from roughly 1600 to 1750 in Western Europe and is best exemplified by the works of Handel and Bach? Oh, this isn't a question about xenomorphs this week, guys. This isn't a question about xenomorphs. Xenomorph questions, they're in the past, yeah? Oh, what was another question from last week? I can see it. I've got them all written down. Last week we had which red dress rodent is the leader of the chipmunks? This week we've got this. So good luck. Question number 2. In which iconic and camp sci-fi movie does Jane Fonda star in as the titular bimbo? There's a lot going on in that question. In which iconic and camp sci-fi movie does Jane Fonda star in? Oh, that's poorly worded, isn't it? In which star in? In which iconic? Okay, we'll just change that. We'll just change that very quickly. Other people, it might not bother them, but that's what makes me a great quiz show host. Somebody joining on Instagram, very exciting. Loved Up Films. We love you, NM. It's just one name, but I love you guys too. Is there a way that I can express that via Instagram? Some kind of emoji, heart. Let's try that. Question number 3. Which dancer was the first black woman to star in a major motion picture, the 1927 silent film Siren of the Tropics? Now, if anybody is getting this answer because they know of the 1927 silent film Siren of the Tropics, you get some croc points. I'll put that out already. You get some croc points. Loved Up Films. Thanks for the clarification, NM. But again, NM implies that it's not, and then it's me. It's truncated. It's a portmanteau. Not me. Not me. Just one word, like Gareth or bookshelf. Not me. Okay. Just for everybody. Not me. Hi all, bit late but here now. That's absolutely fine, SJ Beck72. You've joined us in the first round, and I think everyone is going to explain to you. Pretty tricky. It's pretty tricky. I'm not me. Could you say hi to Iris? She's been waving at you since the beginning of the show. Hello, Iris. Hello, Iris. Are you having a good day? Are you having a good day? Are you enjoying the show, Iris? Are you enjoying the show? Do you like to wave? Can you wave, Iris? I'm not sure if that's my pet voice or my baby voice. Largely the same. No? Largely the same? Yeah. Question number 4. Which military TV show has a ridiculous cast that includes Tom Hardy, David Schwimmer, Michael Fassbender, James McAvoy, Simon Pegg, Andrew Scott, and Jimmy Fallon? What a cast that is. What a cast. Military TV show. I wonder what the answer is. I know what it begins with. You girl Sir Kilch, babies are just human pets. No. Wow. We're getting into that's a real philosophical hand grenade to drop in there, you girl Sir Kilch, and I appreciate that. Babies are just human pets. Yeah. But that pets that you have to, try not to disappoint too much, because then eventually they'll grow up and be able to explain their grievances to you. There's always something that's a little bit of an odd one for babies, but to each their own. And question number 5, maybe a bit of an easier one to finish with. Which Queen hit was initially described by Alan Jones of Melody Maker as a superficially impressive pastiche of incongruous musical styles? Alan Jones there. Alan Jones. Never use one syllable when 4 syllables would do. AOL Time Warner Official. Was there a remake of MASH that I was unaware of? Or BMASH in this case? Could be AOL Time Warner. If you want to pop down BMASH, that's absolutely within your right. And I would also like to say welcome. Lovely to see you, AOL Time Warner. Absolutely fantastic. BMASH, or a TV remake of Saving Private Ryan. Any of these could be the answer. Because at the moment it's very much kind of Schrödinger's cat. It's you don't until you open the. What was the answer? Oh, a Bdead cat. And that's the final question. If you need any of those questions again, please let me know. But whilst you're sending that through, we're gonna need a musing. Musing for this one, guys. Many song titles start with baby, but very few are about actual babies. What would your ode to a baby be titled? Oh my gosh, Iris has influenced the proceedings. Yeah, all this baby talk, maybe I was setting up for this. Maybe this is just one of the examples of why I am one of the great. I'm not so egotistical to say the greatest, but one of the greats in the world of quiz mastery. Many song titles start with baby. Very few are about actual babies. So you're writing a song. The song is about a baby. Can be a specific baby. Can be babies in general. Can be a famous baby that you've never met. Whatever you want to do. But what's the title for that song? What's the title for that song? And I will say it doesn't have to start with B. Let's say that. Let's give you a little bit of leeway on that one. It was inspired by the letter B, because when you look up songs that begin with B, they're all, oh, baby this, baby that, baby... SJBX72, please repeat question 1. Happy to, SJBX72. Which style of classical music was popular from roughly 1600 to 1750 in Western Europe and is best exemplified by the work of Handel and Bach? So just an easy one. It was an easy one just to kind of get us all into the quiz spirit. And then there's your musing. Writing a song about a baby. But what's it called? And then that's round 1 done, guys. That's round 1 done. And we won't address it again until the answers. Yeah? Until the answers. How's everyone doing? Everyone's doing good? Yeah, I thought you were. I really thought you were. I really thought you were doing good. What have we got next? We've got Spotlight or... Right. Thanks, Notme. You're very welcome, SJBX72. Thank you for thanking me. Because politeness don't cost a thing. That's real art. That's real art. Let's go for some Spotlight, shall we? Let's go for some Spotlight. Spotlight, guys. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. When you are an outstanding artiste, yeah, game recognizes game. You have to be willing to shine a light on the work of other artists and be nice about it. That way, if they want to be polite, they have to be nice about your stuff as well. Circle of life, yeah? But of course, definitely not dudes ahead of the game here. Before we look at who the spotlight falls upon this quiz, we have to take a trip to see your favourite and mine, your favourite and mine, the artiste who puts all other artists to shame. So fair, so very, very fair. It is, of course, Lucy Liu. How are you today, Lucy? How are you? Everybody say hello to Lucy. Welcome, Lucy. Hello, Lucy. Just going to give you a brief round of applause here, Lucy. Because you deserve it. So fair. So fair. I get the other cheek now. I get the other cheek. Definitely not due to waves. Nana Hobob, hello. AOL Time Warner. Any of the Kilches. SJBX72. This is Lucy Liu, guys. This is Lucy Flippin' Liu. Okay? Loved Up Films. I mean, you can't really see because of the way that the camera is, but it's Lucy Liu. Look, there. There she is. Lucy Liu. So fair. Hi there, Lucy. Octavo29! How are you, Octavo? My word. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Politeness. How are you doing, Lucy? I saw some lovely Instagram posts this week. One with a dog. Oh, Lucy likes dogs. Lucy likes dogs. They probably sent... I mean, dogs are very intuitive. They kind of sense somebody's inner character. I feel we can, you know... Also, they see ghosts. They see ghosts as well. SJBX72 saying hi, Lucy, as well. She says, thank you to everybody for making her feel so welcome to the show today. What have you got for us, Lucy? Maybe a little bit of close-up magic? An impression? Lucy's got a joke. Now, for those of you, AOL Time Warner official, Octavo29, you might not be as familiar. Lucy Liu is obviously so fair. Look at this. Look at this. I grab her chin. Lucy. Lucy. But she's just so fair. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? So fair. Such lovely silken hair. But she does have a filthy sense of humour. Very puerile. We put up with it because she's so beautiful, but we don't have to like it. So if you're feeling a little bit queasy, maybe just turn away for a few minutes. Don't log off because that affects my statistics. What have you got for us, Lucy? Why did the baker's hands smell? I'm fearful to ask. Lucy, I don't know. Why did the baker's hand smell? Because he needed a poo. I don't understand. If he needs a poo, he just goes to... Why is that different from... Oh, you mean K-N-E-A-D-D! K-N-E-A-D-D, Lucy. Needed a poo. Needed a poo. What an awful visual that is. That's disgusting. Lucy. Guys, I'm really sorry. Nana Hobbob, yuck. Yeah, yuck. Mabel Panda, sorry we're late. I'm sorry you had to come into this. This filth bag. Here. Filthy, says Stevie Douglas. Oh, disgusting. Uncle Town, hi. If you just... I don't even want to repeat the joke, Uncle Town. I don't even repeat the joke. Disgusting, says Octavo29. Absolutely, Lucy. Oh, I just can't stay angry at her, though. She's so fair. So fair. So beautiful. Round the other side. Oh, so fair. So fair. Wonderful. Oh. Wave to someone on Instagram. Well, thank you, Lucy. We look forward to seeing you again sometime. Just maybe a knock-knock joke that doesn't end with somebody opening the door and seeing somebody defecating on their front porch. Bye. Everyone say bye, Lucy. Everyone say bye, Lucy Peppersauce. She is a comedic genius. Comedic genius or filth bag? That's the headline today for Lucy Liu. But this spotlight isn't about Lucy Liu. It's about somebody very different. Bye, Lucy, says Octavo29. Thank you for getting on board with that, Octavo29. Who's the spotlight on this week? It is, of course, the wonderful, the beautiful, fair in her own way. I mean, she's in her 80s. My word. It's the wonderful Dame Judi Dench. Dame Judi Dench. As in, dame, you looking pretty good, Judi Dench, considering you're 87 years old. Let's see how much we know about Dame Judi Dench. Number one, we're kicking it off with an easy one. Has Judi Dench won a Tony? What? A yes or no question? Yeah, I'm being kind to you. I'm being kind. Peppersaw, you know my kind of humour, Lucy. Well, I hope you and Lucy will be very happy together. Peppersaw, I think it's just... I just think this is a very creative quiz. I think this is quite a classy quiz, if I say so myself. And I just think that kind of humour just brings it down. Brings down the tone. Question number 2. What code name did Judi Dench's role in the James Bond films have? That's a weirdly worded question as well, isn't it? What code name did Judi Dench's character? I suppose it should be character, shouldn't it? That makes a bit more sense, but then that's really going to mess up the look of it there. Oh, that's okay. What code name did Judi Dench's character in the James Bond films have? What was the code name? Was it James Bond? Could have been. Would have made the films a little bit more confusing. But it's spies, isn't it? It's got to be living in the shadows, keeping people confused. Wait, so I thought you were James Bond. You're James Bond as well? Yeah, but I'm actually James Bond. It's just her code name is James Bond. Could we do some name tags? No, name tags wouldn't help, would it? And then in that time, either of the James Bonds have shot him. Or so. I mean, it's spy work. It's dirty work. It's dirty, deadly work. License to kill, guys. Let's not forget. Man, I'm hungry. Let's get through this quick. Number 3. For which film did Judi Dench win her Best Supporting Actress Oscar at the 1998 Academy Awards? The clever clogses out there, the clever clogses amongst you, will know that if she won it in 1998, it means it would have come out in 1997. That's the only clue I'm giving you guys. Any more than that, I just think it would be handing it to you on a platter. Nana Hobbo, kind of a kooky franchise. Yeah, kind of kooky. Very excited to see where they go from here. Who's going to be the next James Bond? Maybe, a lot of people are saying, could James Bond be a lady? I think they had a 007 at least in the last film that was a lady. I think she was very good. Could James Bond be a non-white person? Maybe. Does James Bond have to be a human? Could James Bond be some kind of horse? Or maybe large rodent like a capybara? Maybe. Could James Bond be more conceptual? Like a sensation? Like a shiver down the spine? That's James Bond. Peppersaw, Viola Davis. Could Viola Davis be James Bond? I mean, if you wanna go down that route, sure. Baby Bond, very different offering. Absolutely. This is James Bond as a 6-month-old. Pop that Walther PPK in his hand and just watch him go to work. You think this isn't going to work, but then, have you ever seen Baby's Day Out? Number 4, Judi Dench starred in The Best Marigold Hotel, along with some other old people. Name any one of the old people who were in Best Marigold Hotel. Also, Dev Patel isn't old, FYI. Sosaflow 19, she won an Oscar for Hook. She was amazing in that. Judi Dench? I mean, is Sosaflow giving you the answer here? Or are you talking about Viola Davis? Either way, it's an interesting comment to make. Judi Dench starred in the best exotic Marigold Hotel? Spoiler alert, I did a lot of these last night. There may be some issues. I wanted to do them during the week, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Because life is tiring. Any one of the old people who are in the best exotic Marigold Hotel who weren't Judi Dench and weren't Dev Patel, because Dev Patel isn't old. Okay. And then the final question. Judi Dench is featured in 7 films with titles that contain traditionally female names. Name any 2 of them. If you name one of them, I'm not going to give you any points. We don't do half points in an I Am Smart the Notme quiz. Okay. Whole points or no points. Integers. But name any 2 of them. If you name more than 2 of them, you know what you're going to get, guys. You're going to get some croc points. You're going to get some croc points. What are croc points? I do just like to pop it in the thing there. No half points. No way, man. Way, man. Man, way. Yeah, no half points here. We go hard or we go home. Either's valid, but obviously you'd prefer to, a little bit of hardness. Streamlabs, if you're enjoying Not Me Show, feel free to follow, subscribe, give them some sweets, or at the very least, just give them a compliment, yeah? The thing that upsets me is very rarely when it's an automated message. It comes on every 20 minutes, I think. Yeah, 12:40. Every 20 minutes. Very rarely does anybody give me a compliment after that. Doesn't have to be a big one, guys. I'm not asking for the world. I kind of really feel those compliments. I really feel them. Good job. Thank you, Pepper Sauce. See? Two words, 7 letters, 8 characters with a space. Pepper Sauce, bash, dash that off. But it comes in and it feeds me. It feeds me as an artiste. Nana Hobbob, this is certainly a tougher quiz for me. That's good. That's good. We want that challenge. Without challenge, we have no progress. Yeah? What's our Judi Dench musing? Very simply, Judi Dench wants to come to your home, but the only night she's available is board game night. What game do you play with Judi Dench and why? Oh, it's a what if. It's a what if scenario that I'm presenting you with, guys. It's a what if scenario. Judi Dench. Dame Judi Dench wants to come to your house and hang out. Meet your child. Meet your pet. Are they one and the same thing? Let's discuss. The only night that she can come, though, Oh, I'm free on Wednesday. Wednesday's board game night. Let's not upset the apple cart. Judi, very game. She is very game. Game? She's up for it. She says, oh, certainly, that sounds wonderful. Let's play some board games. Some. Let's play one board game. She's 87. She's going to bed at 8:15, okay? What are you playing with, Judi Dench, and why? That's key here. That's often key with these musings. And why? What's your reasoning? What's your thinking behind that? What's your imaginosphere sphere chugging out there? There's round 2. Round 2's done. Round 2's done, guys. Well done. Well done. We've only got one more round to go, and it's a lovely one. It's one of my absolute favourites, so let's just get to it straight away. Oh, baby, baby. It is Movie Ladder. Movie Ladder, guys. All art is connected. All art is connected, yeah? Like a ladder. Like an itsy-bitsy spider climbing up the spider window pane. Itsy-bitsy spider climbed up the drain. You might wonder how Ashton Kutcher and Frank Ocean and Kit Harington are connected. Ashton Kutcher, Frank Ocean, Kit Harington, how are they connected? I can tell you that they all have the real first name, Christopher. Connected, yeah? Incy Bincy Spider. Incy Bincy? Peppersaw has many imaginospheres, such as Itsy Bitchy Spiders? Itsy Bitsy Spider climbed up the spider drain? Water drain? Water drain? If somebody could just pop the lyrics to Itsy Bitsy Spider in the chat, I would climb up my water spout. Long claim the rain, wash the spider out. That rhymes. Something. Arachnophobia. Wasn't that a silly thing? Wait, what is it? Water spout? Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Movie Ladder. I'm gonna give you some movies. Am I? Yeah, I'm gonna give you some movies. The top one and the bottom one will be connected in some way. That's just a fun way. Along Came the Sunshine. Yep. Lyrics, Itsy Bitsy Spider. It doesn't quite work like that, Nana Hobop, though I wish it did. We're not doing the song lyrics round. Please, guys, don't answer with song lyrics to this. Here we go. So we've got the Batman, we've got the Lighthouse, we've got Spider-Man, we've got Interview with the Vampire, we've got Top Gun, and we've got Batman Forever. Top one and bottom one, both Batman. Okay? The Batman, because it just came out when I wrote these questions. So in each of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm looking for an actor or actress. We involve the ladies as well. We're very equal opportunity here. If they've earned it. We need an actor that was in the film that was both above and below. Both above and below. Above and below. So just go for it, guys. Just go for it. Just have some fun. We have some music. Could have some music, I suppose. Movie Ladder, baby. Yeah, Movie Ladder. Check it out now. You know I love you. vampire. You got it. You got it by now. You've got it by now, I'm sure. If you need that to go up again, please let me know. Please let me know. But whilst you do that, we're going to go on with the musing. Top and the bottom of that one were both batsman. Batsman. Like attorneys general. Batsman. Batfellows. Therefore, the musing is simply, if you were Batman, what gadget would you invent to aid in your crime fighting? I say crime fighting. It could also just be living. If you want, and you could still expense it as crime fighting, because you think, well, how am I going to... in order to effectively fight crime, I need to have a thriving and productive home life. Right? So you're still tax deductible. Still tax deductible, which is good. Person's bat. Thank you, Nana Hobbob. The top and the bottom were person's bat. This is a jam, so it's definitely not due to. Absolutely. Now that's live-tainment. Thank you, AOL Time Warner Official. Does AOL Time Warner have any music labels under their... Just saying! If you were Batman, if you were a person bat, what gadget would you invent to aid your crime fighting? Pop it down there. Just write it down. Just pop it down. And again, if you need the ladder up again, please let me know. I'm happy to do that. Happy indeed to do that. You know I love you. And there we go, guys. That's done. That's done, right? That's the quiz done. Congratulations, you have survived all of the questions. Yeah, you survived all of the questions. And at this point, I generally love that movie ladder. You're welcome. You're welcome, killer. I'm very pleased. At this point, I generally like to give you a bit of art just to reward you. I've written a poem. I would have done it... let's get rid of that. I would have done it in video form, but I ran out of time because, again, just life is tough sometimes. We have to deal with so much mess in our society. But I'm just going to recite it for you now, if that's okay. It's a poem called Schrödinger. Okay? Screeninus. Schrödinger. Here we go. Just wait for the motorbike to go past. Tiago clutched in his weary hands 172 handwritten pages. He had written a novel. In a week, he had written a novel. In 1 week, without screens, he had written a novel. It was ostensibly about a rural school teacher in Australia, but was actually about much more than that. He had not brought his laptop to the Airbnb, and they had no TV or phone signal. And whilst he'd spent a portion of the first 2 days staring at the screen on the microwave, by day 3 he had become clever. The crunch of his baguette, the bouquet of the air freshener, the viridescence, just means green, of the grass outside. All was more vibrant to him now. Tiago was clever. Rushing home, he opened his laptop. He intended to bing publisher, but got distracted by a video of a woman falling into a cake. The screens had reclaimed him. The manuscript sat on the table for a month, had coffee spilled on it, was used to mop up some teriyaki sauce, and then was thrown away. Tiago was, once again, dumb. Let's get that background back. That's a little poem for you guys. And whilst I was inspired to write that because tomorrow begins International Screens Off Week. Thank you, TB. I appreciate that. National Screens Off Week. Is it something like that? Screen Free Week. Screen Free Week. Just going to pop a little link to it in the chat there, so you know that I'm not lying. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, Screen Free Week. I was inspired by that because I thought, well, if Tiago, who is dumb, can write a novel in a week, what could I do? So next week, I will attempt to go screen free for a week. I will not post. I will not, there will be no quiz next week. Soz. And then we'll get back into it the following week and we'll see what we all create. Okay? Glad I'm not working next week then. Yeah, absolutely. That makes it easier. It'll be difficult for me, but I'll try. AOL Time Warner Official, I appreciate that as a conglomerate that deals primarily in screen-based entertainment, that is going to be tricky for you. But I think even just Screen Reduction Week, do you know what I mean? So no quiz next week is the upshot of that poem. So in that way, it's quite a sad poem, but hopefully you'll be able to take the positives from it as well. I was inspired by my own poem. It's difficult. It's difficult for most people to achieve that kind of creative, Let's do some answers, guys. Let's find out who's smashed it. Thank you, Maple Panda. Appreciate that. I think it was well played as well. Maybe would have been better as a video, but, you play the hand you dealt. So the musing for this one was, many song titles start with baby, but very few are about actual babies. What would your ode to a baby be titled? Guys, I know the instinct is just to shout your answer out. Oh, my song would be called blah, 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 blah. But that's not going to help anybody because I can't hear that from where I am. So I'm going to need you to get it in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to need you to get it in the chat, okay? As we go through the answers to here. Question 1. Which style of classical music was popular from roughly 1600 to 1750? Only 150 years. In Western Europe, and is best exemplified by the work of Handel and Bach. It begins with B. It is, of course, Baroque music. Not to be confused with rock music, which is a different thing entirely. Baroque. Different from rock. Okay. Well done if you got that one right. That was pretty tricky. These are all pretty tricky. Question 2. In which iconic and camp sci-fi movie does Jane Fonda star as the titular bimbo? It was a Barbarella. That film is also has a character called Duran Duran in it, which is where the band Genesis Duran Duran got their name. Extra little fact there. Extra little bit of little nugget of knowledge. In the opening titles, she gets naked from taking off her spacesuit. It's a little bit, made me feel a little bit uncomfortable, but some people enjoy it. I don't know. Question 3. Which dancer was the first black woman to star in a major motion picture, the 1927 silent film Siren of the Tropics? Again, of course, with all of these. If it's a person with two names, we're looking for the first letter of the surname. We're looking for the surname. We're looking for the last name. This is Josephine Baker. Very famous at the time. Less famous now. So you should be very proud of yourself if you got that one right. Question number 4. Which military TV show has a ridiculous cast? Frankly ridiculous. It includes Tom Hardy, David Schwimmer, Michael Fassbender, James McAvoy, Simon Pegg, Andrew Scott, the hot priest himself, and Jimmy Fallon. Was it BMASH? Was it Saving Private Ryan? Was it Apocalypse Now? No, it was Band of Brothers. Band of Brothers. Not all of these guys are starring in it. Sometimes Simon Pegg will just show up for a little tiny bit. You'd be like, oh my god, is that Simon Pegg? Let's do an American accent, which is really good at. Number 5, which Queen hit was initially described by Alan Jones of Melody Maker as... I don't know Alan Jones, but I'm going to do an impression of what I imagine he would be. Some superficially impressive pastiche of incongruous musical styles. Alan Jones, ladies and gentlemen, was of course Bohemian Rhapsody. Bo Rap. And you can kind of see where he's coming from, because it is, it's wonderful, also a mess. Well done if you got those ones right. That was a tricky round. So you should be proud of yourself if you got any of those right. Let's be generous. Any of those. Many song titles start with baby, but very few about actual babies. What would your ode to a baby be titled? Definitely not Duda. Tiny Giggler. I hold you closer, tiny giggler. Count the things on your baby mobile. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Lay me down in sheets of linen. That one still works. You've had a very short day today. Because babies sleep a lot, you know. Oh, how long's your day been? Well, I woke up 3 hours ago, and now I'm going back to sleep again. Tiny giggler, though. That's lovely. That's what you want. You want a tiny little giggling little baby Buddha. That's what you want, really, as a baby. That's lovely. Octavio 29, Baby Don't Cry, which could be your sad kind of, baby don't cry, 'cause everything's going to be okay. Baby don't cry, we'll try again another day. Could be that sad kind of thing. Or it could be when the baby's been crying for a long time, a little bit more. Baby, don't cry. Baby, I'm feeling miserable. I wanna get high. My day's been ruined, so baby, don't cry. That could work. Either one of those is good, I think, Octavia. Either of the attitudes that you're bringing to the concept of babies crying. Nappy talk, says SJ back 72. Nappy talk, baby does a duty, baby is costing me money. That could work. Yeah, nappy talk. How expensive they are. How they're kind of really stinky after the baby does a pee-pee in them. How you just get through them, I imagine. That's good. Don't eat that. That's nice. Good. Don't eat that. Just a list of all of the things that you have to tell a baby. Don't eat that. Please don't fall. Learn to support the weight of your head with your neck. If you put your hand in dog poop and then put it in your eye, you can go blind. We don't want you to go blind. That's nice. Sleep, baby, sleep. Similar to again, baby, just please. Sleep, baby, I can't even take it anymore. Sleep, baby, sleep. I'm about to walk out the front door. Desperation, parental desperation. The money siphon, says Nana Hobble. We know there's no ambiguity there. We know exactly what side of the argument Nana's falling on. Baby back ribs, I love you. Okay, that's interesting. So it's not Is it about a baby? Is it literally about the ribs coming out the back of a baby? Because that's dark. That's pretty dark, AOL Time Warner. I love them. I love the... I imagine... I don't want to advocate for the consumption of baby flesh. Lord knows I don't. Don't want to kind of court that sort of controversy. But one would imagine that a baby's ribs would... just the tenderest meat. It would fall off the bone. It would fall off the bone. But again, shouldn't do it. Nappy classical gas. Nappy classical gas. That's kind of interesting. Nappy classical gas. I mean, would the song be... would it just be an instrumental? But just to kind of... maybe a little bit of... bassoon. Every so often just a toot toot from a bassoon. And then somebody... maybe a violin or a viola could do something with their strings to indicate that kind of... I don't know, I'm not a musician. Smells like another poop. That's nice. That's nice. Because there's lots of lovely smells. Smells like a baby's head. Smells like a baby powder. Smells like baby food. Smells like, oh no, another poop. Another poop. Another poop, but you did one earlier. Another poop, and something curlier. I don't know. I lost the one with that one, but it's okay. Iris is into Baby Don't Cry rock. Rock on, Iris. You look like Winston Churchill, but I love you all the same, I guess. I'm thinking that's a kind of a country one because it's quite a long name. Yeah, maybe, maybe the baby ended up on a £5 note. I don't know. Points all round, guys. If you wrote one in the chat for that, then absolutely you get a point. Definitely not Duda. Octavo29, SJBX72, your girl Sarah Kilch, Killer Kilch, Nana Hobbob, AOL Time Warner Official. It's Maple Pat. Oh, no, Maple Panda didn't put one in. Just put well played. And I'm not accepting that as an answer. Monkey Pixie Funk, TB Douglas. Well done, guys. Well done. What round did we have next? It was earlier on, wasn't it? Oh, it was Spotlight. Yes. The musing was... Judi Dench wants to come to your home, but the only night she's available is board game night. What game do you play with Judi Dench and why? Guys, you know the drill here. Get it in the chat. Get it in the chat as we go through these answers. Question number 1. Has Judi Dench ever won a Tony? The highest honour for stage performance. Yes, Best Actress in a Leading Role in 1999 for Amy's View. We all remember Amy's View. Number 2, what code name did Judi Dench's character in the James Bond films have? Was it James Bond? Almost. Almost. Very close to being James Bond. It was M. Sorry, just a little bit of gas there. Number 3, for which film did... Judi Dench win her Best Supporting Actress Oscar at the 1998 Academy Awards? I was going to give more clues for this, but then I thought, no, I'm going to make it tricky. It was Shakespeare in Love. Shakespeare in Love. She was only on screen for about 8 minutes, but she commanded the screen so much that they said, give her the flippin' Oscar. She really smashed it. Judi Dench starred in the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel along with some other old people. Name any of the old people. P.S. Dev Patel isn't old. He's young, he's virile, he's in the prime of his life. The answers: Bill Nighy, Penelope Wilton, Celia Imrie, Ronald Pickup, Tom Wilkinson, or Maggie Smith. Fantastic actors, one and all. I have to say, I don't know who Ronald Pickup is, but I looked up his age, and he is certainly an old person. So well done if you got any of those. And finally, question number 5. Judi Dench is featured in 7 films with titles that contain traditionally female names. I want you to name any 2 of them. You could have said Jack and Sarah, Iris, Jane Eyre, My Week with Marilyn, Philomena, Victoria and Abdul, or Red Joan. I have never come across any other person called Philomena, but then I don't tend to associate with a lot of Irish. So maybe it's just an Irish name and I haven't had the pleasure. Maybe that. Well done if you got those ones right, though. If you got one of these, nil point. If you got 3 or more of these, croc points, baby. Croc points. And please let me know if you got the croc points. Please. Nobody ever lets me know when they get the croc points. So please let me know. And let's see this musing. Judi Dench wants to come to your home. Of course she does. You're a fascinating and enchanting human being. But the only night she's available is board game night. What game do you play with Judi Dench and why? Let's find out. Let's take it to the chat. Your girl Sarah Culch really thought she got one for Cats. She was in the movie of Cats and not on the stage. Not on the stage for Cats. Maybe she would have done. Maybe they would have just given it to her for that really long monologue that her character has at the end of Cats that I found. A triumph. Definitely not Duda. Mixtape Massacre. I bet she's never played it before and I think she'd find it delightful. I mean, ultimately, that's the reason that you give anybody anything, right? If we're boiling it all down to its essentials, I don't think I think it would be unusual for them and I think they'd really enjoy it. Mixtape Massacre. I've never heard of Mixtape Massacre either. Maybe we should have a little browser source, should we? Let's see if we can do this. Oh no, it's not that, is it? No, it's just is it just display capture? A window capture. There we go. That's what we want to do. New one. I hope this is going to be worth it, guys. I really do. I really hope this is going to be worth it. Chrome, new tab. There we go. Oh, hello. Hello. That's nice and big. That's sizable. Let's make that a little bit smaller. Just pop it in the corner there. Just pop it in the corner. Let's see what we've got. Mix. Wait, why is this on Google? What am I, some kind of madman? Let's put it on Bing. Mixtape Massacre. The ultimate horror board game. You think she'd be up for a bit of horror? My word. Did you utilize something from this in a previous Snap Quest? Because I feel like I recognize that clown, and I don't think it's the same one from my dreams. I think this is a different clown. That looks good, though. That looks good, definitely. I like that a lot. Nana Hobbob, Mousetrap. I would like to see what kind of crazy contraption she builds. I think she'd be able to build something pretty great because... Oh, I've got an itch that's right in the bad... Come on, Sharpie. Come on, Sharpie. Okay. Yeah, I think because Judi Dench, of course, comes from a generation that regularly used mousetraps, and therefore will be able to construct something pretty spectacular. Absolutely. TB Douglas, Cluedo. I felt she'd see right through every game, and I'd like to watch her in action. Again, she's got that experience. She's if you live for 87 years, the idea that not one of those 87 years you'd ever lock eyes with a murderer and be able to see the cold, expressionless horror. She's done it. She's lived, Judi Dench. SJBX72, chess, because she's a total queen. That's great. That's great, SJBX72. I like that a lot. And she has played a queen in Shakespeare in Love and won an Oscar for it. It all just kind of brings it back. Scotland Yard, says Killer Kilch. The classic British game where as Mr. X you try to outsmart the people looking for you. Again, what do you know about Dame Judi Dench's personal life? Not that much. She's good at evading interest, yeah, and suspicion. Sounds good though. Scotland Yard. Scotland Yard game. Oh, I like this. I like this. This detective-looking guy, or is he like a spy-looking guy? Oh, this is the German version of Scotland Yard. How exciting! Die spannende Jagd nach Mr. X quer durch London. I think the Dame would be up for that. I think that would work. Wait, should I just put this behind me? Maybe I put it behind me because yeah, look at this guy. I think Dench would work well with that kind of lovely stuff. Mad Gab says the girl Sarah Coach. Gosh, there are just a lot of games that you've just never heard of, aren't they? Mad Gab. What are we doing with this? Mad Gab's Moose Smooch Lip Balms. I assume it's not that. And Impulse Buy. Oh, I see. That's interesting. And do you know what would work? Do you know what would work with this? Is that I feel like Dame Dench is wonderful and bit of a I don't think it's an issue, but I think is no stranger to being on the source. And so that's just going to build and build and build and just become more and more impressive and exciting. That's great. Trouble, because I would like to hear Judi Dench say, we're getting into trouble. Have I ever heard of any board game? That's not good. Trouble game. Oh, okay. Pop-O-Matic. There's more trouble in the bubble. Oh, that's old. I like the look of that old one. That looks pretty exciting. Look at that. That's some old vibes. Pop-O-Matic die roller with wooden die. Bump others back in this race ahead game. Yeah. Lovely stuff. Absolutely. It was Maple Panda. Notme has history with Scotland Yard. I've never heard of Scotland Yard. What are you talking about? Absolutely not. Monkey Pixie Funk, Hungry Hippos, because he has a mean trigger finger, but I reckon I would be quicker on the draw. I mean, you're setting yourself up for victory if you're playing an 87-year-old person at Hungry Hippos. Monkey Pixie Funk. It shows me that you've got a will to win and you're out there for that victory, but maybe, Scrabble, because she'd be good with words. I think she would be very good with words, Octavio29. I think she would be very good with words. Shakespeare, do you know what I mean? She made her name in Shakespeare, guys. She's gonna have all the words. She's gonna make up words and put them in, and she's gonna say it with such conviction that we're just gonna buy it. We're just gonna believe it. Judi Dench is gonna say, "Yeah, blumph, blumph." It's like a plant, but it has these small fruits. The fruits aren't called blamp, but the actual plant is called blamp. Yeah, it's like kind of Mediterranean. They're part of the citrus family, but they're quite small. The fruits aren't particularly nice to taste. The fruits aren't particularly nice, but it's blumph. BLAMPF. Blumph. Yeah? And it's all lies, but you buy it because it's Judi Dench. Ideas is definitely not too good. I'm pleased with that. That was, yeah. That's the memory. Still pretty cagey. You girls are coach. My childhood games are now retro. It's a shame. It happens to us all. Points all round, guys. Points all round. Monkey Pixie Funk, Cards Against Humanity, because I think she could come up with something quite dark but funny. I think she's got that wicked sense of humour, certainly. She's got that wicked sense of humour. But points all round. And the final round, what did we do for the final round? It was... Gosh, that only happened a few minutes ago. Movie ladder. The musing was, if you were Batman, what gadget would you invent to aid your crime fighting? Get it in the chat, guys. Get it in the chat as we go through the ladder. Let's load up the ladder. The Batman, just come out. It's out on HBO Max if you're an American. I don't know if non-Americans have HBO Max, whether that's something they've introduced elsewhere. But the Batman is available, so give it a watch. It's like, what if a Batman movie was really long? Is essentially the what if with that one. But who was in the Batman and the Lighthouse? It was, of course, Mr. Robert Pattinson, or Robert Battinson, or Robbat Battinson, or Robbat Battenbat, or Battenbat. It was destined that he would play Batman. Battenbat. Yeah, I'll cast him as Batman. Absolutely. The Lighthouse and Spider-Man, Mr. Willem Dafoe. Mr. Willem Dafoe. Who was in Spider-Man: An Interview with the Vampire. It was, of course, the lovely Kirsten Dunst. Absolutely fantastic actress. One where she was an adult, and one where she was a child in Interview with the Vampire. But was, because she's a vampire, she lives forever, so she's really old. So it's kind of like pretty weird, but they made it work. Number 4, Interview with the Vampire and Top Gun. It's Tom Cruise. Little Tom Cruise. Loves his running, not an Interview with a Vampire, and you can't run inside of a plane because they're very small. So he found them quite challenging, I feel, but just did a lot of it in between takes. Yep. Top Gun and Batman Forever was, of course, Mr. Valium Kilmer. Who is one of the Perthen's Bat, as is Bat. Val Batma. Yeah, it just doesn't work. So well done if you got those right, guys. Some of them may be quite easy. All of them, hopefully, a lot of fun. And I will say, with all of these, I try to pick films and people where there aren't other people who are in both of them. Can I guarantee that? Absolutely not. So if you had somebody else in these slots, somebody who isn't Kirsten Dunst, who wasn't Spider-Man and Interview with the Vampire, please let me know, because I would love to verify that for you. Let's get on with some musings. Girl Sarah Kilch would invent a gun that shot out the villain's favorite food, which would distract them. Wow. So the villain is way into some kind of soup. It would just be like a civil rights cannon. Just, oh my God, this is amazing. I need to eat all the soup. And then it's like, hi, handcuffs. How are you doing? Have you met Mr. Wrists? Oh, that's great. That's a lovely suggestion there. Definitely not do that. A dart that I could shoot out of my mouth that had a powerful tranquilizer to debilitate my foe. Classic punk approach. Definitely not do that. Thinking with the resources of a Batman, with the theatricality of a Batman, I just want to spit on people. I want to spit on people, and I want them to fall over with the power of my spit. That's punk. That's Johnny Rotten. That's one of the people in the Ramones. Gary Ramone, or is it Gary? Joey? Anyone. Lovely stuff, though. I would very much enjoy seeing a Batman film. Power, whap, grapple hook. Here we go. Here's a kick. I'm in my ah, and then they're done. Riddler's but I had more riddles. I'd worked out more riddles. You have to check out my blog for the rest of my riddles. Check out my live stream. Let's get hearts in the chat for my riddles. If you've seen the Batman, you'll really know where I was going with that one. Killer Kelch powered roller skates, easy to get around town with skinny side streets. Lovely stuff. Lovely work. Yeah, powered roller skates. And then you get the kind of the cape fluttering in the background. It's a lovely visual. It's working on those thigh muscles. It's always leg day when you're having to control rocket-powered roller skates. It's always leg day. And you absolutely eliminate the risk just being a bit top-heavy. Yeah, that's lovely. Nana Hopper pedals on the Batmobile that would massage your feet as you drive. to aid in your next pursuit on foot. That's nice. That's nice because you're taking into account, okay, so if he has to run, and if he's been running all day, then his feet are going to be a little bit tired. But if it's like, yeah, massage your feet, maybe it's like mini foot spas. In that maybe the entire footwell of the Batmobile is just lovely, hot, bubbly, scented aromatherapy water. And then, how would you put on your boots though afterwards? Maybe the boots are built into the door of the Batmobile. You open the Batmobile, and you're like, push! And then the feet are out into the boots, and then he's running. And he's like, my God, it feels like I'm running in a field of lavender. Beautiful. Lavender and marshmallows. Fantastic. SJ Beck 72, joke gun reveals the word bang, which would disarm the protagonist with laughter. That could be quite a specific one, because if you're using that on the Joker, I feel like the Joker's really going to get the gist of where you're going with that. Yeah, the Joker's really going to... That's hilarious, says the Joker. Yeah. I would worry if you're doing that to say... what's one of the other Batman bad guys? Mr. Freeze. I don't think he's much for humour. I mean, the Arnie Mr. Freeze obviously dropping out a lot of puns. But was he laughing at them? Or is he just a fan of wordplay? Nice to see you. Oh, Mr. Freeze, that's a great pun you've done. That's really funny. It's not funny. It's just the interplay of the two words. It allows me to create whilst destroying the people with my ice gun. You know what killed the dinosaur? The Ice Age. Not sure that's really that funny, Mr. Freeze. It's not intended to be funny. It's just historically accurate. I'm teaching as I'm killing you. Could work. Monkey Pixie Funk. Invisible ink-filled water pistol that would cover criminals and make them disappear forever. Wow. So where are they disappearing to, though? Are they disappearing to maybe some kind of other dimension? Are they just invisible? So you just like, they can still be there. I just don't want to look at them. I just can't even deal with them today. Or is it just literally blinking them out of existence? Like, you know, it's Back to the Future and you've gone back in time and you've wiped them out and they're just diddly 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 dee, diddly 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 dee. They've gone. Retractable spats. AOL Time Warner. That is absolutely top drawer stuff. I'm going to read that again. Retractable spats in case Batman has to quickly attend a black tie affair. But what would they be called, you ask? AOL Time Warner officials got it sorted for you. Bat Spats. What I like about this, what I really like about this, is that it says that if Batman has to quickly attend a black tie affair, he's still going to be in full costume. But if he's showing up without spats, people are going to be like, oh, you're seeing Batman? Nice footwear. Didn't even realize this was black tie. So maybe you'd have to also include some kind of dicky bow that comes out. And maybe the bat ears get longer and spin around and become a top hat. Perhaps. Maybe there's multiple things. If it's just the Bat Spats, whilst I love them, I would worry they wouldn't quite do the full effect. That's one man's... to name the Bat Spats, that's lovely. Monkey Pixie Funk. Sue Gray reports which would be issued by senior civil servants to criminals. Okay, that could be interesting. Batman would be issued by... So the invention is requesting them from the senior civil servants? Like requesting... Like, you press a thing and it maybe composes an email to a senior civil servant to create a Sue Gray report. I mean, there's maybe a little bit more work needs to be done on it, but I think you've got the genesis of something good. Octavio 29, magnetic shoes to aim in climbing up buildings to escape. Absolutely. That would be wonderful. and then the bad guy decides to outfox Batman by luring him away from Gotham City with all their metal buildings and going maybe to South America, where there's just a lot of more brick buildings, or an old town in England. And Batman's like, I can't climb up any of this. I can maybe climb up a lamppost, telephone pole. Sure, I can do that. But it's specific to Gotham City. It's specific to Gotham City. And if they've got a lot of magnetic buildings, who am I to stand in his way? Nobody, because I don't have magnetic shoes that can get me up a building. TB Douglas finally, mobile phone sonic device to incapacitate anyone with a mobile phone. That's nice. So maybe that's something that should be invented for Screen Off Week or non-Screen Week. I've forgotten immediately what it was called. The screen thing. Maybe just get rid of that. That's nice. Lovely stuff. And then people, what am I going to do on my commute? I've got to look up. I've got to see the buildings. I've got to smell commute smells. Again, we maybe need a little bit of work. You got to say, a couch could be dangerous in the wrong hands. I mean, are TB Douglas's hands the right hands or the wrong hands? Maybe we'll run a poll. We were going to do a poll before, weren't we? What happened to the poll? We're not sure. So those are all points all round, guys. Points all round. And the only thing left is the most exciting minute in quiz show history. We're going to do it. So I'm going to do the prediction. Here. You've got a further minute to guess, and we'll see if this works. Start prediction. Yep, got it. Okay, so at the top of the chat, there is a thing saying predict with channel points. Will somebody guess the minute to win it? Feel free to predict. Bet some of your channel points. There's not a huge amount that you can use the channel points on yet, but so have a look at the top of your chat and see if you can do it. If you want to do it, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. You've got a minute to do it. Maybe I should have done it for longer than a minute. But still. There we go. What is on Notme's like box? The good news is he'll give you a category. The bad news is that you can have as many. The better news is that you can have as many guesses as you like, as long as they're each in their own chat message. Lovely stuff. Is that okay? So people, okay. So our category is, and I don't know where this came from, but it just came to me late last night when I was prepping for the quiz. But the topic is 3-letter words that start with P. 3-letter words that start with P. Get as many of them guesses in the chat as possible. 3-letter words that start with P. There's got to be hundreds of them. There aren't hundreds of them. P. Pan. We're in. We're ready. We're doing it. This is going to be a great one to read. P. Pan. Pa. Poo. P. Pow. Pa. Pow. Pad. P. Pot. Pat. Put. Pat. Pin. Pot. Pod. Pet. Pit. Pit. Pod. Pit. Pie. Pig. Pow. Pin. Pew. Pod. Pam. Pot. Pad. Pad. Peg. Poo. Pub. Pix. Pack. Pun. Pick. Pie. Pick. Purr. Pay. Pit. Pow. Pie. Pez. Peg. Pin. Pez. Ply. Pax. Pan. Pot. Pew. Pen. Pox. Pig. Pun. Pog. Pog. Gosh, this is fun. I didn't even realize that was going to be a fun thing to do with it, but that's really, and that's our minute. Wowzers. Wowzers, guys. What? Was that fun for you guys? I just got to check. I think I know what happened there. Yeah. Wow. Oh, wonderful. Did anybody win? What did people guess? What did people guess for the thing? What did people guess for the thing? Can I see? Oh, so 2 people said yes, someone will guess. 1 person said no, no one will guess. Well, let's see. Let's see. Did somebody guess as I place the power into the power? Nana Hobob guessed pub. Congratulations, Nana Hobob. Fused with a mind meld with one of the finest creative minds of his generation. It is not me. Well done to Nana Hobob. An extra 2 points to you, Nana Hobob. But everybody else, let's get your scores in the chat, please. And let's choose the outcome. The outcome was somebody did guess it. Yes. So whoever guessed yes has won some channel points or something. I'll need to work out what we can do with this. Whilst you tot up your scores, guys, I wanted to remind you that in this quiz, you're only competing against yourself, okay? There's no point threshold to being smart. If you've got all the questions right that you realistically could have been expected to get, then you are smart. Art doesn't become successful because of the opinions of others, box office numbers, or the amount of subscribers you have. It becomes successful when you say, yeah, baby, that's great. If you think your performance today was great, then it was great. No 2 ways about it. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, not live, make sure you write down your score and your musing answers in the comments below because I'd love to hear how you did. Wow, so you've got a lot of people. Very exciting. Killer Kilch 15, well done. Ygal Sarah Kilch 14, Octavia 29, 13, lovely stuff. TB Douglas 13, Monkey Pixie Funk 14, definitely not due to 15. Uh-oh, 2 15s so far. Nana Hobob 14, SJ Beck 14, AOL Time Warner 11. Wonderful work, everybody. But that does mean that we've got Definitely Not Duda and Killer Kilch both tied up with 15 points, which is an outstanding result, especially considering that Alpha Bart round, which is pretty tricky, and the Judi Dench round. So we've got these rounds here. So a round that we haven't played today, Definitely Not Duda. Please pick one, and Killer Kilch, please pick one. Any one of these rounds that we did not play today. Although I suppose you could pick Spotlight because we didn't pick that out. So just not Alpha Bart and not Movie Ladder. Woo! We're doing it, guys. Killer Kilch goes with song lyrics. Lovely stuff. Definitely Not Duda goes with Haikus Day. Here we go. Here we go. Red is... Oh. Ho! Haikus Day. That's the second week we've done a tiebreaker like that, and the second time the first egg has contained one of the... And honestly, I have no idea what's in any of those because I take them out and I put them back in every single week. So Definitely Not Duda. High point scorer for this week. Thank you so much for playing. There will be no quiz next week. I will not be posting a thing next week because it is screen off week. What was it? Screen free week. But I will look forward to returning to you on Monday, the blank of May, and show you what I managed to achieve last week. The only screens that I will look at are the videoing screens for videoing myself doing crazy cool stuff. Killer Kilch, nice work. Definitely Not Duda. Gracious in defeat. That's what we like to see. That is art. Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something, and I hope you felt creative all at the same time. I am not me. I am art, and I hope that you'll join me next time in 2 weeks' time, but at the same time, in the same place, where you'll have another opportunity to improve your art and say to yourself, yeah, I am smart. Have a great screen-free week, guys, or screen-reduced at the very least. Enjoy your week off. Create stuff. And if you wish, to send it to me. iamnotme, iamart@gmail.com. Thank you so much, everybody, for getting involved. I feel like this was a really fun one. This was really everybody getting involved, everybody having lots of fun. So I hope you agree with me. Thank you very much, guys. I am Notme, I am Art, and I will see you next time.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though prob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart.